Good morning, Gamecocks. I'm Carrigan Woodson.
And I'm Courtney Duckett.
We're back for another episode of Good Morning Gamecocks. And we've got some stories you don't want to miss.
From fashion news to Thanksgiving food, we got a wide array of stories.
Plus, there's so much buzz for USC sports right now. Volleyball is rounding out its season, and there's been a big signing for the Lady Gamecocks.
And of course, we have to talk about the USC versus Clemson rivalry game. We even brought on a special guest to talk about it.
This show is going to be a blast, so let's get into it.
Welcome back to Good Morning Gamecocks.
The Miss Universe pageant is one of the most widely recognized international pageants, with a large number of countries and territories participating in it each year. The 74th edition of the pageant was held yesterday at the Challenger Impact Hall in Thailand, where Miss Universe 2025 was crowned in front of the watching world. This year's theme was the power of love, and 130 nations were supposed to be represented among the contestants. However, this year's pageant faced a lot of controversy, with some contestants and judges dropping out. Most of the drama started on November 4th, when Nawat Itzavagrisil, who is the national director of Miss Universe Thailand, had a heated confrontation with Fatima Bosch, who is Miss Mexico 2025. In a pre-pageant ceremony that was live streamed on Facebook, he accused her of not posting promotional content about Thailand that was meant for contestants to share on social media. She disputed these claims, and he called her a dumbhead. When she stood up to defend herself, he called security to escort her out of the room, and some other contestants walked out with her. But to make matters worse, news broke later that the director of Miss Universe Mexico, Jose Figueroa, was arrested in Thailand for allegedly participating in illegal gambling activities. Some contestants dropped out due to personal reasons and travel difficulties, and 3 judges dropped out just days before the competition started. Contestants gathered in Thailand for the pageant last night, and Miss Mexico was ultimately crowned Miss Universe 2025. Now, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yes, oh my gosh.
First, Mr. Nawat, he was not allowed to participate. After that, he gave a public apology. He apologized to Miss Mexico, but the backlash was so big all around the world.
Damage already done, yeah.
Yeah, he had to go. And I feel like a big problem we've been talking about on the show all semester has been gambling.
Yes, that has been a big topic here for some reason.
Gambling in the NBA, gambling in the pageant. It feels like it never ends.
There's a lot of corruption happening. Yeah, I saw a TikTok about that, like what happened at the, what was it, like the
pre-pageant event,
event, yeah. And like she was very gracious about it, and I love that for her. But I don't understand where that comment came from. Like, what makes you just say that? Like, it's just like, I don't understand. It's just, some people are just, I don't know.
Yes, I feel like being called a dumbhead is such a kindergarten term. Like, Mommy, I got called a dumbhead at school. You don't really.
Yeah, but like, it hits harder when it's like in a professional setting. Like, okay, what are we doing? We're too grown for this. Why are we calling each other dumb over something as silly as that? Like, I don't know. It's
yes, she was humiliated, but as you said, she handled it with grace. Afterwards, she said that she was disrespected and you can't treat women like that. She really stood up for herself, and I really admired that.
And I love the other ladies walking out as soon as that happened, because, yeah, we women guys stick together. That was insane.
Yes, there's also some other drama. Miss Jamaica was not present at the pageant yesterday because she got food poisoned and had to get, actually no, she didn't get food poisoned, she fell off the stage. Other contestants got food poisoned before the pageant, and I just don't understand why there's so much drama.
Okay, why are other contestants getting food, that's not funny, why are other contestants getting food poisoning? How they all get, like what happened, like they went out to dinner or something? Like,
I don't know, I just saw it on the headlines and it was crazy.
And how did she fall, like off the?
Yeah, she just fell and had to go to the hospital, so she wasn't able to compete last night.
What is going on over there? Okay, let's just move on.
But all in all, I love a big bullied to beautiful story.
Yes.
Like Miss Mexico won,
yes, she won
after all the trials.
Yes.
So that was amazing.
Yes.
And in the same realm of fashion, let's talk about the Met Gala.
Yes. Vogue announced next year's theme for the Met Gala as costume art. Creator of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where the event will take place, Andrew Bolton, stated that this year's theme is important to the museum and will be transformative for the Costume Institute. The Met Gala originated in 1948 as a midnight dinner that only cost $50 to attend, organized by fashion publicist Elena Lambert to raise money for the Costume Institute's department in the opening of their exhibit. The idea of a themed Met Gala was brought to light by former Vogue editor-in-chief Diana Freeland in the 1970s with themes of old Hollywood and Slavic fashion. So yeah, the Met Gala this year is costume art. I'm not entirely sure what that entails, but I saw a little quote that was like, it's more about the body and how fashion separates from the body, if that makes sense. I don't know, fashion is very intricate. I don't know like what all goes into it, but it seems like it might be like a little fun theme, costume art, maybe like a lot of sculpture-like stuff, maybe. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what that will entail.
Yes, and I think Anna Wintour is like the one that like brought all this like celebrity, themed stuff. Like she made it more popping, so we can thank her for that. Do you have a favorite Met Gala theme?
The one from 2018.
It was called Heavenly Bodies?
Yeah, Heavenly Bodies in Fashion in the Catholic Imagination or something like that.
Oh, okay, you better say the whole thing. You better say the whole thing.
It was just so majestic.
Yes, I think that was like Rihanna's like best one. Like when she had like the Pope. I personally like the last year's theme, tailoring to black fashion.
Yeah.
And like the chairs were like black men, like Cole Domingo and Pharrell Williams. That was cool.
I saw that now tickets are $75,000 and they're invite only.
$50 is $75,000.
I prefer 50.
Yes.
Definitely, all the way.
What? That's actually, it's because I think this is a charity event, I'm pretty sure. So I guess like bringing celebrities like helps out with like raising money, but like some celebrities, I hope they're actually like raising that money, not just like attending just to like get publicity and like fashion, but.
I agree.
Yeah, but yeah.
While some are looking towards the stunning outfits of the Met Gala, others are choosing to focus on the big holiday.
Yes, in the spirit of Thanksgiving holiday next week, a lot of us here on campus will be traveling to spend time with loved ones over the break. The most important activity for the festivity is Thanksgiving dinner, and this year the cost to make the spread has decreased from last year's price. The Washington Post wrote on Wednesday that the American Farm Bureau Federation found that the cause of the decline in turkey prices was the result of the bird flu scare in 2024. The average cost in the country for 10 people is $55.18. with the lowest prices in the South at $50 and the highest prices in the West at almost $62. So yes, so this is the first Thanksgiving after the SNAP cuts for 41 million people in the country. So yeah, I feel like the overall demand has fallen because of that, but also it's alluded to that the bird flu caused the drop of turkey prices, which makes sense. If there's a lot of like sickness going on the farms, people are going to be scared to purchase birds and like turkeys and all that stuff. But as I was reading the average prices for the meals, I'm like, my family would for sure exceed that. We're not going to $50, $60. I think we're hitting like $150, $200. It's just too much stuff that goes into our dinners.
For Thanksgiving.
Yes, too many add-ons. So do you have a favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I just love stuffing, like turkey and stuffing. I know it's a hot take, but I feel like it's very sacred to Thanksgiving. Like, I'm not a turkey fan outside of Thanksgiving. I feel like it's reserved for the day.
I don't like turkey because it's too dry.
Oh, wow.
Maybe because my family doesn't know how to cook it, but I don't know. But for your stuffing, do you use like bread or like cornbread?
Cornbread.
Okay.
But for me, it's very off-putting that birds can have the flu. I don't know why. It just bothers me.
They can have the flu? What do you mean?
Like bird flu? Like birds getting sick?
We're all mammals. We all have run through this earth. We all have things we go through.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Okay, so now heading into sports, let's talk about the drama from the Gamecocks game against Texas A&M. So yes, on Saturday, Gamecock football faced the number 3 ranked Texas A&M Aggies in a near upset game. However, after receiver Nick Harbor scored an 80-yard touchdown and went to the tunnel limping, and as Harbor and teammate Oscar Adaway walked out the tunnel, a Texas trooper was seen intentionally pushing the two players as the trooper forced himself in their pathway. The trooper was also seen pointing aggressively at Harbor while iterating something to him as Adaway pushed Harbor to not interact and continue to the game. The Public Safety Department announced during the game that the trooper was relieved from his game day duties and sent home. So in this situation, I was first like, okay, what are we doing? This is, okay, the heat of the game. Gamecocks were killing in the first half. So like I could see the tensions rising, but as a professional in your role, I feel like there's some stuff there you can't do. And Attaway and Harbor were very gracious and stayed calm. I appreciate teammate Attaway was like directing Nick out the way so he doesn't interact, which is really good.
Yes.
So yeah, I think the trooper was completely in the wrong.
Yeah, emotions were high all throughout that game. I feel like it just made things worse.
Yeah, so like if there really was no other motive besides like the security complex thing, I feel like, yeah, there was no valid reason. So also there's like public outrage from like celebrities and stuff. Did you see LeBron's tweet?
I did not see
Yeah,
LeBron's tweet.
LeBron immediately was like, what is happening? This is not acceptable, so yeah. Yeah, so Gamecocks football isn't the only sports rounding out their seasons. Women's volleyball is winding as well.
Last Wednesday, the Gamecock women's volleyball team had its last home game of the regular season at the Carolina Volleyball Center. The Gamecocks faced off against Ole Miss and won the match 3-0. The team then traveled to Texas for its last game of the regular season on November 16th to compete against the Texas Longhorns, who ended up winning by 2 sets. The Longhorns are currently ranked number 3 in the American Volleyball Coaches Association. This Sunday, the Gamecocks will compete in the SEC tournament in Savannah, Georgia, where they will face off against the Alabama volleyball team at In-Market Arena at 2 p.m. This will be the first SEC volleyball tournament to take place since 2005. Now, in terms of the game last Wednesday, I was there. It was amazing. I'm not a huge volleyball fan, but I wanted to be in the arena for the last game. And I learned that a kill isn't a tag linked to a point. Everyone's going, kill, kill, kill. And I was like, oh, I don't understand, I'm about to die. And I looked it up, and it was so cool.
Yes, I loved volleyball. I played volleyball in high school. The environments for volleyball games are just like so different. Because like, I feel like when other sports teams are there, like basketball and football, it's like, they just love the aggressiveness of volleyball. It's like the hitting, the everything. It's all fun. So yeah, I haven't been able to go to a game this season.
Oh no.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yes, love that for our Lady Gamecocks. You know, getting there that SC tournament to 2005.
Yes, they had a 20-year hiatus.
Is it just not having the tournament at all, or just like
they didn't have the tournament at all? But not only are they having it this year, they're going to have it for the next 3 years.
Oh.
So I think that's a huge win for women's volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah, and continuing on in women's sports, let's talk about the big move our Lady Gamecocks basketball team recently made.
Yes, as the Lady Gamecocks achieve a 5-game win streak to start the season, there is a new addition for the next season that was announced last Monday with the signing of recruit Kaylee Wynn. Wynn is the number 17 recruit in the SC Next 100 class of 2026. Kaylee is an exceptional player, standing as a 6'2" forward, averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. In her junior season at Mater Dei High School in Santa Ana, California, she ranked number 1 in the nation the entire season. She joins Kelsey Andrews from the IMG Academy as Dawn Staley's first signees in the 2026 class.
Wow.
So yes, I'm excited as we get more into the basketball season. Wednesday's game against Winthrop, 3 Gamecocks scored 20 points that night, first time since 2014.
Wow.
Yes, I think the last time it was Asia Wilson and that squad. So yeah, so Tanaya Latson scored 24, Medina Akat 23, and Joyce Edwards 22.
That's huge.
So yes, we love all that's happening right now in the Gamecocks, starting their season undefeated. So let's hope that we keep that momentum going. Also with the recruits, I saw that Jersey Robinson was coming in and thinking about signing and visiting, but I don't think she's committed yet. But she's number 5 ranked in the nation. Yeah, so I think Kaylee Wynn also stated that she was, or not Kaylee Wynn, Dawn Staley also stated that she was scared when she received the call from Wynn, because she was like picking between Stanford and USC, and she's like, oh, she's gonna call me and say she's not coming, because she was like, can I call you tomorrow? And you know, when people get texts and like messages like that, you're like, this could not be good. So yeah, we are excited that we snatched her. We're ready for the next season. But yes, back to football. Rivalry Week is here, and the Gamecocks celebrated with one of our biggest traditions.
It's Rivalry Week at USC, and one of the most beloved campus traditions celebrating the competition between the Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers is an annual pep rally called Tiger Burn. Each year, students from USC's chapter of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers build an almost 30-foot tall tiger, and the Gamecock community gathers to watch it burn. This tradition started in 1902, after the Gamecocks had an upset victory over the Tigers, and Clemson students were offended when USC students drew a poster of a Gamecock crowing over a tiger. In time, both sides agreed to burn the poster, and in 1920, Tiger Burn became an official pep rally, and that continues today, over a century later. This year's Tiger Burn took place at 7 p.m. at Blatt Field, and hundreds of students gathered to watch Clemson's mascot go up in flames.
Ooh.
Now, the event started at 7. I got there at 6:40, and it was packed.
Yes.
People were everywhere, just waiting to watch it burn.
Of course.
I've been there all 4 years, and all 4 years it's been really exciting. They had live music and fireworks, and it just really gets you in the spirit, ready for the game.
Yeah, get us amped up. I have been slacking in my Tiger Burns. I haven't been to one.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, I am excited about this game. But I also saw a TikTok about Clemson burning cocky. So we have to really push this game, because I didn't know they do that too. But I guess that makes more sense. Yeah. All I heard was Tiger Burn, Tiger Burn, Tiger Burn. But yeah, I got a little upset about that. I had a little school spirit, but it's fine. We're ready for this game. Yes,
we are.
Tiger Burn was great, but now let's talk about the game.
The Carolina-Clemson rivalry game is the big match that takes place each year between the South Carolina's two largest universities. The first Carolina-Clemson game happened in 1896, when the match was still a part of the South Carolina State Fair, and it was known as Big Thursday, which was then a state holiday. This year's game will take place at 12 p.m. on November 29th at Williams-Brice Stadium. We have a special guest joining us from the Gamecock football team on today's show. Let's welcome number 28 linebacker Andrew Colasurdo. Okay, let's start with a little introduction. Can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and your position on the team?
Yeah, my name is Andrew Colasurdo. I play linebacker. Been here for 5 years, so this will be my last year.
Wonderful.
And also understand that you're from Inman, Spartanburg area. Yeah. How was the rivalry games for you growing up?
We played Bowling Springs, and we beat them 56-7. So that was.
So how was high school?
What are you talking about? High school?
Well, you can. I was saying about everything. Rivalry games in general.
Yeah, I got
cool.
You.
Yes.
My parents were Clemson fans, season ticket holders. Grandparents Clemson fans, so I switched up on them.
Oh, how did they feel about that?
They weren't. My dad isn't happy.
Yeah,
but my mom learned to be a Gamecock. So.
Oh, okay. We love mom for that. For that.
Shout out, mom.
So, okay.
When you're preparing for the Carolina-Clemson game, do practices look different than the normal season games?
The practice, we try to do everything the same week to week. Every opponent's the same, but emotionally, there's a little more fire, I guess, at practice. So yeah,
more passion.
Just goes up a little notch. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, we talked about that. So how was the rivalry games for Williams-Brice Stadium and Death Valley?
I mean, it's interesting because it's not like a normal road game, because it's in state.
Yeah.
We'll have 30% of the stadium Gamecock fans when we go up there, so it's great getting to win up there. You see, clear out the stadium, see only Gamecock fans left, but it's definitely different than normal road games. Different environment. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory from the Palmetto Bowl out of all of your years here?
Yeah, winning last year. That was.
Oh yes, that was a
awesome.
good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, and then planting the flag at the middle of the field. They didn't like that, but it was fun.
Did y'all see like personal comments from that? Other people? Did anyone come up to y'all about that? Okay. No. I know there was a beef happening behind the scenes being about.
Yeah. I didn't see anything personally, but.
Okay, that's good.
What does rivalry week mean to you as a football player?
Being an in-state kid, it's a lot, because I know how important it is to all the fans in the state. I know at elementary schools, there's gonna be kids talking junk to each other, this week. So it means a lot to me just being from the state.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Okay, Andrew, you might be great at football, but let's test your trivia skills. Okay, today we'll be playing a version of a rapid fire trivia. I'll have true or false flashcards with questions for Courtney and Andrew to answer.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
Don't worry, it's more questions. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are we competing? Like whoever answers first?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, true or false? The Carolina-Clemson rivalry started in 1896.
True.
Yes. Good job. Okay. True or false? The rivalry game was once a part of the South Carolina State Fair and called Big Thursday.
True. That was the end of the story.
Yes. Okay, true or false? The Tiger Burn tradition started in the 1700s after a poster argument between students.
True.
False. It was
False.
Wait, what?
1700s.
She said 1700s.
Obviously, I don't listen. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, true or false? The winning team goes to Disney World for a whole week.
Let's make that true. Let's make that one true.
Yeah, I think that should be true.
Wouldn't it be so cool to go to Disney after your
that'd be
big
great.
win?
Isn't it like a Super Bowl tradition?
I don't know if it's a week though.
Like a day? I don't know. Okay. I just saw Jalen Hurts go to Disney World after Super Bowl.
Okay, and that does it for today's game. Let's rush our way to the outro.
Yes, takes us to the end of today's episode of Good Morning Gamecocks.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
Also, be sure to visit us online at sgtv@usc.com. For SGTV, I'm Courtney Duckett.
And I'm Carrigan Woodson. Have an amazing Thanksgiving break.